Hey guys, Justin Bryant here from selfmadesuccess.com, and in this video I'm going to show you 5 apps that you can get on your phone that will invest your money and actually grow it for you on autopilot. So basically, if you want to save more money, if you want to grow it, you want to get interest, or you want to invest it, these are 5 apps that will do all that stuff for you automatically, and you don't need a bunch of money to put in all at once. It'll just take things like spare change and things like that to invest your money and grow it over time so that you can build a retirement, build a nice savings account, and things like that. So, the first one I want to mention to you is Acorns, and this is one of my favorites because it's so simple and it's a really nice concept. What it does is it takes your spare change, it rounds up your purchases on your credit card and then rounds them up to the nearest dollar. So if you buy a coffee for $2.50, it'll round it up to $3. It'll take the 50 cents that is the difference and it will put it in your Acorns account and it will invest it for you. So instead of you just paying the exact price for everything, you can invest without even having to actually think about it. So Acorns, one of the top rated investing apps in general, allows you to do that just with your spare change. You don't have to invest a bunch of money right off the bat either. So what it does is it invests the money in $5 increments, and they have a lot of different portfolio options as far as how aggressive you want to be. So if you are going to be very conservative and just avoid any possibility of your stocks going down, then you can invest that way and it will do it automatically for you with the software. Or if you want to be more aggressive and give yourself a chance to get bigger interest, then you can do that as well. But it does it all for you automatically from your purchases, just rounding up that you use with your card. And people are getting to where they buy everything with their cards anyway. So invest your money. You don't have to put down 10 grand or whatever it is to open a lot of investment accounts these days. So it's much easier. And they give you a lot of advice and stuff like that, and show you what brands you're invested in, and you can check it on your watch. But Acorns definitely one of the best options that I usually recommend people start with, especially if you're kind of new to investing. And it's for both Google Play, which is Android devices, of course, and Apple devices. Number 2 is Stash, and Stash is really nice as well because what it does is it helps you put away money automatically. It simplifies investing by doing it for you, and you can start with as little as $5. It also tells you a lot of tips and things like that for doing this, and it goes based on your interests, your goals, and all of that stuff. So it's automatic investing, and you can, like I said, start out with as little as $5. So it gives you some really nice numbers as far as showing you which stocks are doing well, what are you doing month by month or day by day, what kind of potential you have, what kind of risk level you have, and all of that stuff. But automatic investing does it on a regular basis. You can auto stash a certain amount of money per week. So basically you're automating it on your app, like you can see here. You might do like $5 a week or $10 a week, or a more custom amount, and it puts it away for you. It invests it for you based on what your goals are, and you don't have to put down a big lump sum of money to open an account. Number 3 is Lawnmower, and this is one that a lot of people don't know of, as well as Acorns and Stash. But and by the way, Stash is also on both Apple and Google Play. But Lawnmower, also on Apple and Google Play, is one where you basically automatically invest in Bitcoin. And Bitcoin, of course, is like a virtual currency without banks and all that stuff being involved. And if you had invested just a very small amount of money in Bitcoin, like $100 or something, you know, 10 years ago or 7 years ago or whatever it was, you would have been like a millionaire by now. So Bitcoin is growing rapidly. It continues to keep growing. It's hard to say, if it'll ever stop, but Bitcoin is a great way to invest. It's passive. It will do it automatically for you, and it's similar in a way to Acorns in the way that it basically rounds up your purchases, so that you can invest passively that way. So it doesn't charge fees like a lot of investment accounts do. Like if you were to go get a mutual fund or something, there's a lot of fees with that. All it does is it charges a 1% fee for each transfer that's in or out of your wallet. But invest your spare change, like I said, into Bitcoin. So you might do some research on Bitcoin to see if that's something you want to do. But Bitcoin keeps growing rapidly, more and more, and it could be one of your best options as far as just getting involved in investing a little bit without having to commit much money. Number 4 is Digit, and Digit is another solid option. The thing about Digit is it doesn't necessarily invest your money, but it has a 1% savings year to year. So the more money you have, the more you'll make just in savings. But if you're not really looking to risk any money in investing, even though the ones I've mentioned, you can invest very low risk. All you have to do is tell the app that's what you want to do. But something like Digit is more like a savings account that runs itself automatically. So you basically, I'll show you some pictures of it. You basically let it have access to how you're paying for things, what your budget is, and then it will automatically, using its algorithms, decide whether you need to, put some more money back or not. So it basically will save a certain amount of money for you a little bit at a time. It makes sure that you can always make your payments. It makes sure that you are always on budget, and it will pay you 1% of whatever you have in your account year by year. So, that really does add up over time, and the risk is basically none because you aren't really, having to worry about whether stocks go down or bonds going down or things like that. So it automatically invests for you, like I said. As you can see here, you'll see like notifications when things are automatically saved. Let's go back. You can always move money manually if you need to. You can just send a message and it will do that for you. And then you can always have, of course, the authority over your money. So you always have the authority to do what you want with the money in the account. Like you can just send a message to Digit and say withdraw, kind of like those bots on Facebook, those Facebook Messenger bots where you can just send a message and it'll order you pizza or it'll tell you something or answer a question for you. It's kind of like that. And it'll be like, hi, how much would you like to withdraw? You tell them how much and it'll withdraw it to your checking for you. But it basically keeps your budget for you automatically, and it's all able to be managed from an app. As you can see, very highly rated, and it's also on both Apple and Google Play. So both Android and iPhone devices. Last but not least is Wealthsimple. Wealthsimple is another one many people don't know, but it's very highly rated, and it is not going to have as many users as, say, Stash, Digit, Acorns, but it can be very valuable. So it's a way to invest automatically. You can get up to $5,000 managed for free. You don't have any account minimums, which is basically the point of these types of things. You want to avoid having a minimum amount. So you can invest as little as you want to as possible. You know, many people like to invest 10%. That's a big kind of number to start with, but doing things like spare change and stuff like that can be just as good if you're starting out. So just getting your feet wet, Wealthsimple is another really good option that you can do. As you can see, it will tell you all the information you need to know constantly with graphs, the exact numbers you have. When you want to add funds, you can add funds whenever you want. It'll invest it automatically for you, based on, questions that you answer about how you want to invest, how aggressively you want to do it, and things like that. And so it's very protected. All of these are very secure, of course. Obviously, they wouldn't be highly rated and have all these certifications if they weren't. But no account minimums. It's just another one that you might look at if for some reason Acorns or Stash or Lawnmower or some of these others don't appeal to you as much. But Wealthsimple, it's a very simplified way of investing automatically for you. Not necessarily doing it automatically off purchases, but at your own pace without any type of minimum amount. And it puts all the numbers you need in one place so you can check it very easily to see if it's working or not. So other than that, that's about it for this video. I just wanted to give you a quick video to give you some ideas if you want to start saving money and growing it. Just putting it away and burying it in the backyard isn't a good way to do things anymore. You want each of those dollars that you're saving to go out and multiply. So these 5 apps will do all of that stuff for you automatically, whether it's through a savings account with 1% per year, whether it's investing in Bitcoin, which is really taking off, whether it's investing your spare change into stocks and bonds and things like that. You can invest aggressively, you can invest conservatively, and these 5 apps are very secure and very highly rated. So both of them are all of them are also available on Apple devices as well as Android. So other than that, if you enjoyed the video, if you feel like you learned something from this video, please like and subscribe so I can create more videos like this for you. Also, if you want to let me know what you thought about the video, or you want to add some other passive savings and investing apps that I did not mention in this video that you thought I should have, let us know in the comments. I'd love to hear from you and add to this topic. I really believe investing and saving a percentage of your money is very important, and that's why I wanted to do this video. But if you also want to see the links to these places where you can get these apps, if you want to try them yourself, if you want to see more information or some related content to this video, you can go to selfmadesuccess.com, and I will have a page dedicated to this video in the coming days for it, and I'll also have a link in the video description as well to that page. And other than that, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you have a great day.